Hey, this is Piers from SSW, and I'm here with Klee, who is a Cloudflare wizard. You can tell by his beard, and he's going to take us through how to deploy a Gatsby site in under 5 minutes.
Excellent. Thanks, Piers. So what I've set up here is just a really basic Gatsby site. I've just done Gatsby init. I've added in a simple page here in Markdown that just has a couple of photos from my trip to Melbourne yesterday. So I traveled down from Newcastle, and you can see I took a few photos along the way, and I've thrown them onto this page here. You can see my design wizardry at play right here. So it looks fantastic. I know it doesn't, but it'll show us.
UI.
Yeah, typical Dev UI, and it will show us that things are working. So we're just going to set up a new GitHub repo to push it up to. So we'll just call it NDC Melbourne. And just leave it empty. So create that. It's going to give us everything we need right here. And I'll jump into VS Code, put myself up a terminal, and push that up. So that'll in there. It's all on its way up now. And over here in Cloudflare, we can let ourselves in. So I'll install GitHub. It's going to go through. Do it a second time for fun. And it's going to show all the repos that I've got available. There's NDC Melbourne. We can limit that down to one repo if you want to restrict access. But begin setup. We'll go through. NDC Melbourne's fine. Main is the production branch. And it's a Gatsby site that I'll grab Gatsby build, set up everything, and I save and deploy.
So after it's done this, it's going to be live, right?
Yeah.
And that's all you got to do.
That's it. All the DevOps is taken care of by Cloudflare. So you're setting up build environment, coding the Git repo in, building the application. That's where the crux of it is. It'll take a little minute to do that. And once it's done that, it'll pop up on its own little dev URL.
Right. So, and can you hook this into any source control?
Yeah, well, you use GitHub or GitLab. So two of the main ones, and all free. So definitely get started for free, no worrying about cost. So if you've got a silly little joke website, like I like to make, you can get them up and going without any worries at all.
Cool, and then this will just monitor the repo for any changes, is that right? And then
yep, every time it sees any branch added, it'll build a new one. Branches will get their own little deploy, and then the main branch will go into the main, and I'll show you how to hook that up into its own little subdomain as well.
Awesome. So what's the kind of standard business use case when you usually use this solution?
So my personal use case is stupid joke websites, but if you were in a real business, you would use this for anything you can do server-side generated. So anything where you've got data that's not changing too often and you want to push things up. So it's great for blogs, great for marketing websites, great for any of those kind of static things that you want to be really fast. So one of the great advantages here is this is running on Cloudflare's network, so it's also cached out, and Cloudflare claims to be within 50 milliseconds of 95% of the world's internet connected population.
Right, so is that why you chose Cloudflare for that connectivity? Or?
Yeah, that was a big part of it. Like I was already using Cloudflare because they gave me free HTTPS. They meant that I was able to cache things for free, get it out there. All those things that previously you'd have whole teams dedicated to spinning up. Now I can do it for free with, I can do it in 5 minutes here. It's become really easy, and it really helps to democratize that access to being a software developer.
Yeah, it used to be that you kind of had to, I guess, you could show a locally running thing, but you couldn't actually get it deployed. And so getting deployed was the hard bit, wasn't it? And now it's 5 minutes and you're done. Yeah,
so that's done there. We can have a look here, NDC Melbourne pages.dev. There it is up and running on the internet, so anyone can have a look at that. But we can go a step further and go into here, and where is our build? There, custom domains. We can add a custom domain. So if I wanted to set this up as ndc-melbourne.kleeut.com, so I've already pre-registered kleeut.com. I can continue. It'll automatically set up the DNS records for me, so I don't even have to worry about understanding DNS. And now, once it's initialized that, let's take a second to get the records out. So check DNS, should be there.
Right, so now you've set it up with your own personal domain and that's all running. That's awesome.
So you've got NDC Melbourne, klee.com. It's all running behind HTTPS, so you don't have to worry about getting downranked on Google for not having a secure site. There's no reason not to be using HTTPS everywhere when it's this damn easy.
So it does all the security, all that kind of stuff for you. It's all managed. That's awesome.
And then if we want to go one step further, you'll notice that I forgot to put any sort of tag on my view photo. So if we put that on there, so it's a view from the hotel, switch onto a new branch.
Right, so this is actually going to show us the changes going live as we make them, right?
Yeah. So I'll push that up onto its new branch, and what we'll see over here in the Cloudflare console is that it's got a new deployment running there from that develop branch. And when that's done, it will set up a new URL we can test. When we're ready, we think that's up to scratch, then we can merge that into the main branch and it will go live. So what we get for free by using these Cloudflare services is continuous integration, continuous delivery, continuous deployment. And not that many years ago, I remember when I was going to conferences and talking about how the company I was working at was one you should come work for, because we were doing this amazing stuff and we had whole teams dedicated to making sure we had these new practices. And now they're ubiquitous and they're free.
And how long did it take you to learn how to do this?
I started playing with this on Friday.
Right, so super quick.
Yeah, I picked it up, heard that you wanted 5 minutes worth of content, and I thought, you know what? This is a thing I've been meaning to learn. Okay. So jumped in, had a play, and here we are. I think anyone can learn this. There's nothing magical about me learning it in 3 days. I think anyone can. Right.
Thanks, Klee, for showing me how to set up a Gatsby site in 5 minutes using Cloudflare. That is super awesome. I got to say, it's really cool. This is Piers from SSW, signing off.
All right. Thank you very much, Piers.